Summer is here, ladies and gentlemen, and that means it's time for some basil and zucchini and all those other delicious summery flavors. We're making a pesto pasta right now. It's so simple. You can make it for yourself during the week, or you can take it to a party. I'll show you how it's done. Hey everybody, this is Dylan. We are back for another health promoting recipe. This is a basil pasta, but we haven't put any of the Parmesan cheese or olive oil or other garbage in this one. This one is totally vegan, SOS-free, no added salt, oil, or sugar. I've made this pesto before with like a white bean. I've done it with cashews before, but today it's zucchini season. And look at this monster zucchini that has been chopped in half probably. This one's a home run. The first thing we are going to do is make some pasta. Reeves, you ready for some pasta?
Heck yeah, especially if it's barilla.
We're making some chickpea rotini. I'm gonna get this started and tell you what I think about pasta. My favorite pasta is, of course, whole wheat pasta. However, it depends on the use. When I make pasta in the Instant Pot, I've been really enjoying these chickpea and lentil pastas because they hold their texture and their shape a little bit better. They don't get overcooked quite so easily. I did buy in bulk that rice-based pasta though at Winco, and I really did not like that. It came out like mush. This stuff keeps its texture. So we're gonna cook this pasta up and we'll be back for the next step in a jiff. Okay y'all, the pasta is on the stove, but I've got a little trick. We're gonna be tossing this pasta all together at the end with cherry tomatoes, but Reeves likes the cherry tomatoes to have a little bit of cookedness to them. So you could throw them in whole in the last couple of minutes of the pasta cooking, but I think I'm gonna quarter them and just drop them in the water for a minute at the most, and then strain all the water out, and we'll be ready to mix it with the pesto sauce. I'm also gonna do it with a little bit of red onion. I'm gonna chop up a little red onion and throw it in there too. You could saute the onion with the tomatoes and get all bougie about it, but I'm just gonna do the easy way because we've got things to do around here, you know what I mean? So chop up this onion. You can chop it like a little bigger than you would normally dice an onion because it's going in your mixed pasta.
I love the idea of parboiling the tomatoes.
Oh, thanks, Reeves. I love the idea of you loving the idea. Okay, y'all, get those little cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna these ones are long, so I'm gonna quarter them. Half, chop, chop. Just cut it, turn it, and cut it. You know the drill. Again, if you like how the cherry tomatoes explode when they're heated up, then you can just leave these whole and throw them in the water too. And then every bite of tomato is a flavor burst of love and health. All right, y'all, I'm throwing these onions in first. I want to give them a little more time than the tomatoes, you know what I mean? That was not very much onion. Probably normally would have done more, except that was leftover onion, so whatever. Let it get tender, give it a good boil. Just let us remain calm while we wait for the pasta. Okay, it's been about a minute, so I'm throwing in these tomatoes now. Crank the heat back up, and just like maybe a minute. That was probably all it's gonna need is like a minute. Okay, you can see it's been like a minute, and you can see the tomatoes are softening. The skins are just kind of wrinkling a little bit. It's perfect. Let's strain out the water, and we're gonna put it all right back in this pot. Okie dokie. Okay, yeah, perfect. There you go. We strained it out, set it aside. Let's go make our pesto sauce. It is the simplest thing. I'm gonna use this monster zucchini. I don't think you really need to take the skin off. You could if you think it's gonna make things bitter, but you could probably just leave it. I don't think it really matters. As you can see, I am removing it because it's kind of fun to peel something this big. Anyway.
Where did you get that monster?
This was a friend grew it down the street and brought it over. What is that? That looks like a lot of zucchini to me. We need the bigger blender. Throw it in here, please. I'll just chop it up a little bit to help the blender do its job. Next up, I've got a little bit of that Well Your World non-fortified nutritional yeast, maybe about a quarter cup or so. We'll test it out. There's gonna be a recipe down below, by the way. You don't need to take notes right now. Reeves made a beautiful blog post. Click down below for the whole recipe. Okay, let's do some lemon. Quarter cup of lemon juice, that's probably around 2 lemons. Whatever, it doesn't have to be perfect.
You gotta have that lemon in pesto.
Pesto's gotta have that lemon. Looking good. It is garlic time. Take that garlic rock, you know what I mean, that nice flat rock, and bust this thing up into individual cloves like so. The easiest way to peel garlic is just to apply a little bit of trauma to the clove of the garlic, and then it just sheds its little skin just like that. Boom. And there's 2. What do you think, Reebs? 3 big monster cloves like
At
this?
least 3.
At least 3, she says. Let's go for 5 then if she's gonna test me. If you wanna challenge me, I'll do it.
It's a pesto after all.
It is a pesto after all. You need lots of garlic. Now you don't have to do this, but I've got a couple of tablespoons worth of pine nuts. I love the flavor of the pine nuts, so I am gonna throw them in. You can leave them out and you won't miss them that much, don't worry. Now we've got a fresh basil plant that we picked up at the store because I'm not growing it anymore right now. And we're gonna fill this baby up with a lot of these beautiful fresh basil leaves. This is the sweet basil. That's the one you want to go with. Basil grows like a weed in Arizona in the summer. It's really a magical thing. Full sun, 120 degrees, and it just takes off. It's amazing. I can't believe they even sell this stuff in the stores. They should be giving it away. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna add any liquid to this yet because last time I made this, the zucchini gives off a lot of juice, so I didn't need it. Let's give this a grind. Use your plunger. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see, are we close? Woohoo! That's pretty lemony. You might want to cut down the lemon a tiny bit, but once we mix it with the pasta, I think it's gonna sing and dance for us. The garlic's nice, the pine nuts are really good in there. I didn't put too much pine nuts, but it tastes, The basil is a delight. I think we are ready to go. I'm just gonna mix it together in the pot of pasta. Check it out up close, y'all. Now let's just start pouring in a little bit of that sauce. Don't overdo it because you don't know if you got the right exact amount in this blender.
Look at that color.
It is a nice green color. Oh, that hot pasta steaming about.
Dylan, do you eat this hot or cold?
Oh, you want to eat this one hot, just same as everything I make. Oh, that is looking really nice. But there is one other thing I forgot to throw in the blender, and that is that contraband stolen black pepper grinder. Oh yeah, get that black pepper in there. It is a critical part of a delicious basil pesto. Okie dokie, give it another stir. How easy was that to throw together?
That was very easy. Dylan, you have to put it into a fancy bowl, and then you have to top it with a basil garnish, which you left none of.
We got a backup plant, don't you worry. Let's throw in a little bit of pasta. Per Reebs, we gotta chop a little more basil. So
no, you don't chop it. You just put a couple leaves on top.
Oh, you want the whole leaf experience like this? That's what you're looking for?
Yeah, and maybe I sprinkle some more pine nuts. You made it fancy.
What can I say? I'm quite a chef, not a cook. What do you think, Reebs?
It smells so good.
Get your mouth in there.
Ooh, you did make it lemony.
It's pretty lemony. You like it? What do you like about it?
The parboiled tomatoes, that was such a good idea.
Ooh, we like that. Do you like the zucchini base?
Yeah, it's a very light salad. I would love it cold too. You saw how easy it was for Dylan to throw this together in a hurry. You could do this any day of the week, but you could also do it for parties. And if you want to see more party food favorites, click this playlist right here, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.